2,000 yards. And then especially with a guy like Tua coming off the years he's come off of.
And can't stay healthy for nothing. My goodness.
Can't stay healthy. Also got another guy on the other side of you who's pulling in the same yardage, same stuff, like Ball and Waddle. And he's able to do 2,000 yards. And the last person to do something close to that was Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, Megatron got the record.
1,700, 1,750, something like that, 1,760. If he can pull in 2,000 yards receiving, I think unless Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen end up going over 5,000, he should get a legitimate shot at being MVP.
I agree. That's good hearing it from you, from the Chiefs performer.
I would not hate it at all.
I'm proud to hear that from the Chiefs fan. That's great. I think we're making progress.
I'm not a hater. I just didn't think he would, like, when you go from Patrick Mahomes to Tua, what am I supposed to think? How did I think?
But he is the most accurate quarterback in the NFL. So what,
Stop. Not to mention, he's the most accurate Alabama quarterback to ever play. You know what I mean? But anyway, we go.
Exactly.
Go ahead. Say what you gonna say.
No, I was gonna say you gotta keep like with Jalen playing as well as he. I don't know if you categorize Jalen as an Alabama quarterback or Oklahoma quarterback, and also too with you think that narrative about Alabama quarterbacks is to bed yet? With those two playing
with both of them now. No, I have to put that to rest. But I will say that they need some dynamic help at wide receiver.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think any quarterback does.
No doubt. But I know Waddle has been huge pickup for Tua. Huge. And then you couple that with Tyreek it's just a great idea. Just a great idea.
Yep, and having the most accurate quarterback in NFL helps. So we keep it moving.
Stop. We keep it moving. The Minnesota Vikings improved to 7-1 as they beat the Commanders 20-17. Vikings win 6 straight games by 1 score. That's telling me something. What it's telling me is these aren't luck wins. These aren't this is hard fought wins, and these kind of wins that they're getting is like battle tested. It creates a sort of armor on you when the year comes and the end of the year and you get into these type of battles in the playoffs. You know how to perform because you've been here before. Your thoughts?
I'm with you on that, and at the same time, I'm on the fence on it as well. This is the team that reminds me of the 2020 Steelers. If you remember the 2020 Steelers, they were 11-0. People was like, oh yeah, they're a good team. But do you remember their point differential was like 30 or something like that, 11 games? I mean, they were barely winning. They were winning games barely against good teams and bad teams. And you thought at some point that's going to bite you in the butt. Because even if you're playing an easy schedule, if you're dominant, like if you're dominating the team that you're supposed to dominate, even though it's hard to win in this league, it's extremely difficult to win in this league. The average margin of victory is 4 points a game. So, it's very hard to win this league. But there comes a point in time when you're playing a team that's not good, you got to, put your foot on their neck. And those Steelers weren't doing it. And I see the same thing with the Vikings, even though it does build adversity. But like you said, until Kirk Cousins do it, man, at the highest level and when the lights are brightest, I just can't have faith in that team, man. He's the only thing that's keeping me from fully going there with them. They got a great roster. I still got questions about their defense because they do play very, very soft zones and they're susceptible to some big plays. But he's the only reason why I'm not fully sold on that team. It's just he got to do it. He can't just show up in the wild card game, against the Saints like he did in that one playoff win that he has. He has to, go deeper for me to believe in him. He's the only constant that keeps me from believing in. Like that meme that goes around on Twitter with Trump when he says, "Turn those lights off. They're too bright. Turn them off." Like that's how I believe with Kirk Cousins. The lights are too bright for him sometimes. So I mean, it's good winning those 1 o'clock games like he does. But can he win it? when the lights are the brightest. Like that's the only thing that's keeping me from being fully
Here-
sold on them.
Here's my thing with them. First of all, I think we've talked about this on side notes and text and whatnot, but obviously, I almost called that man Jack Del Rio. Uh,
Mike
um,
Zimmer, Mike Zimmer.
no, the head coach for the Commanders.
Oh,
First of all,
Ron Rivera. Well, yeah, Jack that real is the defensive coordinator, but yeah, Ron Rivera.
yeah, Ron Rivera needs to be on the hot seat. He should be, and that's number one. Number two, the Vikings do play in the NFC, so therefore there's that aspect of it. Like
Mhm.
like that's the NFC is weird to me. They have a lot of older quarterbacks. They don't have a bunch of younger quarterbacks, and it seems to be easier, and that's why I'm not giving an excuse, but it is kind of what it is. There, the NFC is the
And they got
NFC.
a 4.5 game lead in their division. That division might be wrapped up by the end of the month.
It will be. It will be. I don't see anybody coming to take that away from them. Uh,
Exactly.
which which I also am looking forward to seeing how they handle that
Exactly.
with that situation. So anyway, you got anything else on that?
Nah, that yeah.
Alright. Let's move on to Seattle, who some say is the MVP playing in this game. Seattle, the Seahawks beat down the Arizona Cardinals 31-21. Takes the Seattle Seahawks to 6-3. Takes the Cardinals to 3-6.
And
Now,
Kyler Murray is 0-10 when Call of Duty drops, but that's another note for another day.
Kyler Murray, double points, double experience point.
Double point, double experience point weekend.
Boy, but he can't get double experience points in the NFL. I'll tell you that
It's
right now.
facts, facts.
Man, this is what it looks like when a coach completely buys in. And I give Mike McDaniel the same kind of credit. This is what it means. This is what it looks like when a coach completely buys into and believes in their quarterback versus a coach that might not have 100% belief in their quarterback, which obviously I'm talking about Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury's relationship. I don't think he completely believes in him, and it is what it is on that point.
Right. I just want to say Pete Carroll was right. You know what I'm saying?
Was
He
was
Yeah, he saw what a lot of people didn't see, and I saw Russell Wilson kind of regress a little bit. He's never been a guy that wants to take the check down. He never was able to utilize middle of the field because of his height. He's always been an intermediate to deep ball thrower. He was
yes,
considered one of the best deep ball throwers in the game. But
yeah,
you can see when the whole field and when everything in that offense is being utilized, what it looks like. It's a very very good offensive scheme, and they have a running game. Kenneth Walker is a revelation.
yeah, man,
He's up there for offensive rookie of the year this year. He's going to be, him, being in the top 10 in rushing stats. And this point in the season, when he didn't even start the season as a starter, they had Rashard Penny and him
right,
getting injured, and this kid's been balling. And like you said, that Cliff and Kyler thing isn't working out. I for them to give him an extension after
well,
last season is still beyond me.
for
Steve
for
Keim
them
getting an
to
extension as well.
for them to give all three of them extension, Kime, Kingsbury, and Kyler Murray all an extension in one season, one off season was perplexing to me. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like you could see the tumultuous relationship between the head coach and the quarterback. So
Yeah, the
why would
quarterback
you
screaming at the coach, and the coach scared of him. Like
I don't
that's wild.
understand. I don't understand. For me, I'm gonna give it a little anecdote here. My parents, when I was younger, my parents used to put me in this, used to have me taking piano lessons, right?
Mhm.
And my mom knew I could play by ear, and so did the teacher. But my piano teacher was trying to teach me how to read music so I could marry the two, like marry listening to the music while I'm reading the music, and it should make you a better musician. But I never wanted to do that. I just never put forth the effort to be better in that area because I wasn't interested in playing music and playing the piano. I wasn't
Right.
feeling it Kyler Murray feels the same exact way. He feels to me like he has all the talent in the world to play pickup ball, but don't want to learn the technical skills to get better because that's the only way he's going to get better at this point. He can play backyard football with the best of them, but once he marries the technical along with those backyard football skills, I don't see how he moves forward in the NFL and gets better. And I understand that Cliff is not a great coach and never thought he was, but he ain't no
No.
2000. But he's not no 2018 Freddie Kitchens. He's not
Right.
Freddie. So he's got some kind of head coaching skill. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be brief too. Like I think, and it goes to your point. Kyler Murray has been successful in his life at everything without really having to apply anything. If you pay attention to Kyler Murray is probably going to go down as the greatest high school
Texas.
quarterback
Yeah.
to ever play the game. Never
Yes.
losing a game at Texas. He goes to Oklahoma,
Yes.
wins the Heisman Trophy. You know, people doubted him if he was going to even go to the league because he was also good at baseball. He was picked number 7 in the draft
Yes.
in baseball. So he didn't even have to do this
Absolutely.
football thing, and then it had all the questions and ended up still being the number 1 pick in the draft. So Kyler Murray has been successful without even having to apply anything. For the first
Right.
time in his life, he's probably having to be good at something by doing extra work instead of just rolling out the bed and being good at something.
Here
So,
we go.
like you said, to your point, he has to take that initiative to not be able to smell his own and be able to say, "Hey, I got to get better at my craft." And it would help him though if he gets a
Yeah, man.
better head coach because that guy offense is so unimaginative, man. Like I said, he doesn't
But the
move
issue,
Hopkins around.
but who is going to be the guy that gets through to him to make him be better? Because not only do you have to come in and inspire as a head coach, but it's a two-way street. The quarterback got to listen to you. So you need
Exactly.
somebody with clout or whatever to get through to him. And I don't know who that person is.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult, man. He got a head that's big as the size of the state of Texas. So got to be somebody who can come in there and rein him in a little bit.
Hey, let's keep it moving. We got 2 more of these, and then we go to our bounce back segment. But so the LA Rams lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a last second game. The LA Rams scored 13. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers scored 16. Rams are 3-5. Tampa Bay is 4-5. Look, the Rams stopped playing offense on that final drive. Like their final offensive drive, they just stopped playing offense. I don't even understand what was going on in there. They just was like, I think they thought it was time ran out, but it was too much time for the likes of Tom Brady. Did they
They
think
have
they
an
was
offense.
huh? No,
They
they
have an
weren't.
offense. Call.
No, because Allen Robinson keeps choosing wrong teams. So no, they ain't got no day.
Man, two bad teams, man. Two bad teams having a mid off. That's how I categorize it. They both
Yeah,
have injuries. Neither quarterback is playing well.
yeah, man.
Um,
But here's my issue. You keep leaving the door open for a guy like freaking I almost called that man Tampa Brady. Tom Brady. You keep leaving the door open for that guy, and he is in the perfect division for him to just walk through the door, right? He's in the
mhm.
perfect division because don't nobody in that division want to win. So he might make the playoffs. And once he makes the playoffs, who knows what'll happen?
Yeah, he might make the play with a losing record. He might go 8-9 and get in that thing. But
He'll be
yeah,
this year's
absolutely.
Commanders.
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree, man. Like I said, I think it's two bad teams. I think because it's not like Tom Brady's out there throwing to, he's not like he's out there throwing to the fourth string receivers. He still got Mike Evans and Godwin out there. He still got,
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette. They can't run the football right now. They have severe offensive line issues. They're down to their third center. Their left tackle isn't playing well. They got a rookie left guard. The Patriots shipped Shaq Mason off for a second or third round pick for a reason because he's not very good. You know, they
Yep.
lost Shaq Barrett to